Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're out here at Holston Creek to refilm my playthrough of the blue layout out here. I wanted to do that for multiple reasons. The most obvious one being, this was the first course I ever did a review of and was my first video. I made that just over 2 years ago now, which is nuts to think that it's been that long since I made it. But as you can guess, it's pretty outdated at this point, and also I've gotten a lot better at making videos, or at least I hope I have. But another reason is I really just love this layout and will take any excuse to come back out here and play it. It just has that perfect level of scoring separation where even somebody of my skill level can birdie every hole out here, but they can also double bogey every hole out here. It's really fun just because you have to think through every shot. You can't just come out here and play lazily. You've got to put a lot of time, effort, and focus into a lot of shots. Hopefully I'm able to do that, but if you want to see my original playthrough of this one, you can go back and check that out. But I'm probably going to end up deleting that video as soon as I get these up, just so that way people are going to come to these videos and not those older ones. If you want to see those original videos, you better go check them out now, but let's go and get in the round. Alright guys, so for hole 1, we've got a par 5, 722 feet. Fairway goes straight for about 150 to 200 feet. Then the fairway doglegs to the left, and we're going straight that way for about 450-ish feet, something like that. Off the tee, you just want to get past this tree and get around the corner. From there, you can have it's a really tight, low ceiling shot that the ground actually slopes up about halfway through the tunnel. Then it slopes back down towards the basket. So if you can get in position off the tee, a 3 on this hole is pretty doable. I mean, obviously you're having to throw like a 400 to 450 foot tunnel shot that's going dead straight. But I have gotten into circle 2 before for a 3, so it is possible, but odds are we're just playing for a 4. But I'm just going to go with the overstable driver, just try and throw these over the tree, just get it around the corner. The farther I push this shot towards the back wall, the more it opens up that second shot into the gap. So I want to push this as far as I can, but really anything around the corner is fine. I am going to throw 2 off the first tee, though. Ah, dang. That was the right height and everything. I just pulled it a little bit. There we go. Get around the corner. Oh yeah, that should be really good. Okay, so I ended up throwing it a lot shorter than I was thinking, but you can see what I was talking about with the tee, where the farther you push it up there, the better the shot's going to be. But from here, I'm just going to have to do just a little forehand pitch up and then see if I can get myself in a spot where we can get up and down. I think I turned it over. Yeah, probably going to be pitching up again from there. Dang it. Ah, dang it. You out. Nope. Ooh. Well, should have listened to my own advice, because I got absolutely nothing in here. There we go. All right, guys, so for hole 2, we've got a par 5, 995 feet. Going up this hill, back down the other side of the hill, back up the next hill where the basket is. Off the tee, you really just need to push something through this low ceiling gap. Just get as far up the hill as I can. From there, I'll try and get on top of the hill. And if I put myself in really good position from there, we might be able to get up and down for a 4, but odds are we're going to be playing for a 5. Uh-oh. Oh. Dang. That's going to suck. Yeah. Don't go in the snow, please. Okay, good. There we go. Turn a little bit for me. No. All right, so the good news is I found my disc. Bad news is it is the base of a pine tree. So I have absolutely no shot. So I'm just gonna be pitching out and see if we can get up and down from right there. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay, I think that was a good tree. Didn't mean to throw it that high. Ah, dang. All right, guys, for hole 3, we've got a par 3, 270 feet. Basket's up here tucked off to the left. Best play I've really found on this one is to go with the overstable fairway driver, put it on the flex line through this gap, because it just makes the gap so much bigger if you can get something moving from left to right through there. As soon as it gets through that gap, you have to have it immediately cut back to the left. It doesn't have a ton of time to get from this angle back to this angle. So need to go with something really overstable, something pretty fast to make sure we can get all the way up there. Hold it. Oh man, this is gonna be a little too far left, but God, so close. Okay, so luckily once it hit that tree and kicked into the woods, it actually faded out and came back closer to the edge of the fairway than I was thinking it was gonna be. But still got a pretty tricky up and down from in here. Go, go, go. Okay, there we go. First par of the round. All right, guys, so for hole 4, we've got a par 4, 482 feet. And we're going straight into this gap you can see straight in front of us. From there, it bends off to the right, and it goes downhill pretty far, with the fairway kind of snaking from left to right, then back to right to left. Off the tee, laying up to the gap is really not a bad play, because you're just going to have like a putter to a mid-range approach shot into the green. But like I said, it's really far downhill, so it can be kind of tricky, but we've got a left to right wind. So I think what I might try is just a flippy fairway or distance driver at the trees on the left, get to flip, turn, ride to the right. As long as you get through the gap, getting up and down's pretty manageable, and I think it'd be more fun than trying to lay up anyway, so let's see what happens. Oh, I flipped too quick. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, pretty fortunate result, honestly. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, so I kind of got my karma for being aggressive, and I'm in a perfect position aside from the fact I'm directly behind this tree. So just gonna have to kind of do a little patent pending layup shot. See if we can get up and down. There we go. Oh, it's early. Oh, I was very fortunate. Thank you. Ooh, there we go. Nice. All right, guys, we're on hole 5. This one's a par 5, 727 feet. This is the first change we're going to run into on the course. They finally put a blue tee pad in on this one, which thank goodness, because I was tired of playing the longs on this one because it's such a hard hole. But from here it's much more manageable, because all we really have to do is throw a hyzer over the swamp, let it swing back to the left. And I don't know if you can see this yellow sign up here, but anything near this yellow sign is really good. From there, you actually could try and get an eagle, but what I'm going to try and do is just get something near that sign, pitch something up the hill into the second gap or the second fairway, throw that shot down the fairway, and hopefully get out of here with the birdie. Yeah, that should be really good. Just don't hit anything. Yeah. Okay. That should be fine. I don't know if it got back to flat at all. If it did, it would have pushed straight and hopefully got me down there to like maybe like a 100-foot approach shot, but odds are we'll have like a 150-foot approach shot or something like that. Ah, well, I'll take it. Uh-oh. I knew that tree was going to be in the way. I just wanted to ignore it. Dang it. Been nice to have actually gotten a birdie on this hole for once, but I'll take a par. All right, guys, so for hole 6, this one's interesting because they changed this one to, we do have a blue tee pad for this hole, but what they've been doing for a lot of tournaments, and I believe they changed it on UDisc now, is instead of playing that blue tee pad, we're going to come back here and play the gold tee pad and just add a stroke to the par. So this one's a par 5, 624 feet. It's interesting because this is one of the easier holes on the gold layout. Like, if you expect to birdie any of the holes out here, this is probably top 5, if not top 3 holes you would expect. So to get extra stroke on this one's pretty interesting because you can go for eagle. It's very much in play, but it's interesting because it requires 2 really good shots. Like, off the tee, you have to throw something that gets past these 2 trees and gets far right as you can without pushing too far forward. And then from there, you've got, I think it's like a 250 to 300 foot water carry into the green, which is right on the edge of the hill. So, like, getting a 3 is an option on this hole, but you could also take a bogey or double bogey on this hole very easily. I'm going to try and go for the 3. I'm just going to go with the understable mid-range at the 2 trees, get it to bend off of it to the right, and just push down as far as we can, and hopefully have a good shot into the green from there. Golly. Okay, that was a good kick. I gotta be careful with that paradox. It's even more understable than the last one I had. Come back, come back, come back. Okay, I think we can get up and down from there. The headwind took it, but well, there goes the X3. Needed to throw that flat, but that's safe. Oh, dang it. Golly, I missed that too. All right, guys, so for hole 7, we've got a par 4, 482 feet. Basket's up this way, off to the right. Off the tee, we just need to get through this gap and then finish off to the left and kind of open up the shot down into the green. From there, we've got probably about a 200, 250 foot, like, wooded tunnel shot. Well, not 200, like, maybe the actual tunnel itself probably isn't but like 150 feet long, but depending on where you end up off the tee shot, you'll probably have like a 200, 250 foot approach shot in the green. But the main thing is just going to be getting the tee shot out into the open, giving us a chance to get up and down. Come on, finish left. Oh yeah. Okay, that should be really good. Oh, dang it. Felt so good too. Go, go. Okay, a little short, but it should be basically a tap in. All right, guys, so for hole 8, we've got a par 3, 320 feet. You see the basket straight ahead, but we're just going to be taking fairway driver, just throwing straight at it. And try not to go in the water. Turn a little bit. Turn a little bit. Okay, should be good. Okay, so we got up here pin high. It's not a bad shot at all. Just need a touch of turn out of it, and we would have got down here. We've been basically parked, but instead I'm up here on top of the hill. Maybe we're straddle putt around this tree. Let's see. Golly, that dropped so hard. Alright guys, we're on hole 9, final hole of the video. This one is a par 5, 732 feet. we're pretty much just going dead straight the whole way. The fairway just kind of zigzags a little bit. Nothing too crazy. This is just a hole where as long as you keep it in the middle and throw simple shots, you should be fine. Off the tee, I like to go with a fairway driver at this tree on the left, get it to bend off of it, just kind of coast off to the right while still pushing forward. From there, we just have to do another chip shot, and then the approach side of the green can be pretty tricky because there's a low ceiling down there, but as long as you throw 2 good shots, it's probably going to be like a 200, 250 foot approach shot, so low ceiling doesn't hurt too bad, but this is another hole where I just got to start off with a good tee shot and we can get a birdie. A little too low, but once I didn't cut roll, that'd be good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. A little bit farther left than I would like, but all right, so we still got a chance to get up and down for birdie. Just gonna have to hit a pretty tight line. Ceiling's not too bad, but I'll still probably have to go with the mid-range just to make sure I get the distance and everything. Only real annoying part is that this is the first time I've actually thrown a shot that ended up in some snow or any ice. But I think I broke it all up, so we should be okay. Oh. Wasn't the gap I was aiming for, but that worked out. Alright guys, that finished up the front 9 out here. I thought I played worse than I really did. Like going back through and looking, all I really had was holes, well, 2 and 6 that really just ruined the round for me. Or not even really ruined the round, because I could definitely make up some strokes on the back 9, but yeah, those were the 2 that really kept me from having like a really nice round, I guess you could say. But going into the back 9, I would say it's a slightly easier section of the course. Not quite as much as it is from the golds, but on the back 9 there are some easier holes and a lot more birdies to be had, but there's also a lot more OB, so we'll see what happens. But I should have the back 9 out sometime tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a good one.